touchdown, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. There's the extra point, make it 7 for the Washington Capitals against the Edmonton Oilers. Hey guys, doesn't Stu Skinner look great? Caps win 7-4 over the Edmonton Oilers. The Washington Capitals without both of their regular shutdown centers for this game, as both Pierre-Luc Dubois and Nick Dowd, we found out just before puck drop, would have to miss this game due to injury. They were forced to play Justin Sordiff, who was largely not even in the NHL last season. They were forced to not only play him at center, but to match him up against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl's line for most of the night. And Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl combined to be a -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of goals against. Combined to be a -5 in this hockey game, despite having what you would have thought would have been a very favorable matchup for them in Justin Sordiff. Hell of a job by the kid, Justin Sordiff, and that is one hell of a defensive performance by Connor McMichael and friends. And yeah, the Caps in these last 2 games here, proving that they can play and win any way you want. First, winning a defensive chokehold type of game, 2-1 in regulation over the Los Angeles Kings. And tonight, outscoring the Edmonton Oilers in a run and gun affair, proving that sometimes it is better to have 11 different guys on the score sheet rather than just 2 guys running up $26.5 million against your salary cap. So let's get into it, babes. First period, just 2 minutes and 17 seconds into this hockey game, Connor McDavid, the captain of the Edmonton Oilers, terrible play here on the wall in his own defensive zone. Turnover by the Edmonton Oilers. The Caps keep the puck in. John Carlson eventually takes the shot from the point. Tom Wilson with a beautiful screen in front, by the way, causing all sorts of traffic there for Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner, as a result, lets out a really ugly rebound, and Aliaksei Protas, winning the battle there at the front of the net, gets net front position there and taps this thing into the wide open cage. So it is 1-0 Caps here early on Aliaksei Protas' 6th goal of this season. John Carlson obviously on the primary assist, and then Justin Sordiff as well, the aforementioned Justin Sordiff, he gets a secondary assist here on this goal as well. Then just a few minutes after that one, again, it is the Washington Capitals winning battles in front of the net here. Alex Ovechkin winning his battle with his guy, able to get a stick on this puck here in front. A great deflection by the Great 8 for his 7th goal of this season already here now. Heating up is the captain, the great captain, the all-time great of the Washington Capitals. So yeah, 7th goal of the season already for the 40-year-old Alexander Ovechkin. Assists on this one, it was Jakob Chychrun on the primary assist, taking the initial shot there that Ovi was able to deflect, and Matt Roy as well getting a secondary assist. So it is 2-0 Caps, barely 6 minutes into this hockey game. And yeah, these first 2 goals here by the Washington Capitals were really indicative of what they were doing to the Edmonton Oilers pretty much all night long here, until the Oilers got into desperation mode there late in the 3rd period. That was really the only real fight that the Oilers showed in this game, was at the very end there when it was kind of already too late for them. Oilers playing maybe 10 minutes of this 60-minute hockey game, to be honest with you. But yeah, the Caps, these first 2 goals, like I said, were really indicative of what they were doing to the Oilers all night long. Just winning battles all over the ice were the Washington Capitals tonight, something that they have been very, very good at. And yeah, winning the net front battles specifically. First, Aliaksei Protas, like I said, first to that puck there in front of the net. in front of Stuart Skinner, first to that rebound, wins the net front position, like I said, able to tap that one in. And then Alex Ovechkin here, like I said, the 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin, he might be 40 years old. He is still 6'3" and 240 pounds, however. He is a difficult man to contain. And yeah, he wins the battle in front of the net here to be able to get that deflection for the 2-0 goal. The Oilers, however, they do find one pretty quickly after that. Darnell Nurse with the point shot beats a screened Logan Thompson to make it 2-1. But just a few minutes after that, it is the rookie Ryan Leonard with the answer for the Caps. A beautiful goal here. Leno holds on to this puck, patient here with the puck, takes the extra second to get around everybody, gets a better angle for himself on Stuart Skinner, and fires this thing home to make it 3-1. Assists on that goal to Connor McMichael on the primary assist, and to John Carlson again, another assist there for Johnny C. John Carlson picks up the secondary assist on this one. So 3-1, Caps, and then Darnell Nurse, of all people, finds another goal here for the Edmonton Oilers before the end of the first period to make it 3-2, and that is how the first period would end. Second period, welcome to the Ryan Leonard show, baby. Second goal of the game for the Caps' 20-year-old rookie forward, and it is a beauty. I mean, oh man. Takes the pass from Connor McMichael for the fast break here, and when I say takes the pass, I mean he waited for this pass to come through his legs. Eyes in the back of his head here by Ryan Leonard, waits for the pass to come to him, takes it through his legs, like I said, up to his stick, in motion, with speed, takes off, absolutely embarrasses Oilers defenseman Evan Bouchard. This is a defenseman that they pay how much? Leonard shrugs Bouchard off and then turns Stuart Skinner inside out. Absolutely beautiful goal by the Caps rookie forward. That is his 5th goal of this season already, and he could actually have a lot more than that with all of the posts and crossbars that he has struck. But yeah, man, you hope that this is a sign of pucks starting to hit the back of the net for the kid, because he has generated some unbelievable scoring chances this season. They haven't all gone in for him yet, ringing a lot of iron, like I said, but man, he has looked so good for the Washington Capitals since joining the team just at the end of last season there, right before the Stanley Cup playoffs. And he is on another level here this season. His confidence growing immensely here, especially offensively. And yeah, this is just a beautiful goal from start to finish by the Caps rookie forward. So forehand, backhand finish past Stuart Skinner. Ryan Leonard's 5th goal of the season puts the Caps up 4-2, and that is how the second period would end. And Connor McMichael, like I said, with another primary assist on that goal, the only assist on that goal. Mikey is heating up here as well. 3 assists total for the kid in this game. So yeah, great to see him getting going here. That will be a huge development for the Capitals should it continue. Third period, Oilers get on the board first here to make it 4-3. David Tomasic, our old friend Andrew Mangiapane as well with an assist on this goal, just his 4th assist of the season so far. I believe I read earlier today that Mangiapane so far in his stint with the Oilers is a -15, or was a -15 already coming into this game here tonight. So that goal by the Oilers cuts it to 4-3, like I said, but then just a few minutes after that Oilers goal, the Caps, as they did all night long here with a relatively quick response. Just a few minutes later, like I said, it is Jakob Chychrun up to Dylan Strome. Dylan Strome, gorgeous pass across the ice to none other than Anthony Beauvillier, Bovey as we affectionately call him, and Bovey with the finish, baby. 5-3, Washington Capitals. Dylan Strome on the primary assist and Jakob Chychrun on the secondary assist. Then Leon Draisaitl would get a power play goal to cut it to 5-4. And you know what? We have to talk about the power plays for a second here, because the Caps, again, they dominate in this game at 5-on-5, scoring 5-on-5 goals in total here, folks, here tonight, okay? So again, dominating at 5-on-5, and yet, what do we have here again in terms of power play opportunities? We have, again, the other team getting 3 times as many as we did here in this game again tonight. The power plays have been lopsided against us pretty much all season long here. And yeah, the Edmonton Oilers, they had 3 tonight. They go 1 for 3. The Caps, they only get, again, just the 1 single power play opportunity. They have barely gotten any chances on their power play for the last several games in a row now. It is either 1 or 2 power plays per night for the Caps. That seems to be their quota from the NHL officials here. They do not seem to ever get more than that, really. Like maybe a game here or there, but in general, it's been 0 or 1 or 2, okay? And so again here tonight, they get just the 1 power play opportunity. So again, we don't score a power play goal. Again, it would have been nice to get one there, but at the same time, it's pretty hard to bitch about it when we only get 1 look at it. And it's not like there weren't chances for the referees to make calls here tonight against the Edmonton Oilers. Caps beat reporter Sammy Silber, she tweeted out at one point during the game that there was actually a point there where Connor McDavid actually held Dylan Strome's stick the entire way down the ice, okay? The whole way down the ice, like almost 200 feet, literally. He is holding on to Dylan Strome's stick, would not let go. The referee, looking right at it, does not make the call. And she, beat reporter Sammy Silber, counted that there were at least 3 pretty obvious penalties taken by Connor McDavid in this hockey game, and all 3 of them went uncalled. So again, it's not like there are not opportunities here for the referees to make calls against the opposition of the Washington Capitals to give the Capitals an extra power play or 2. But again, they don't do it again here tonight. So yeah, this has to change. We have to start getting some more calls our way here, come hell or high water, because this has been ridiculous here. Like I said, 1 or 2 power plays per game. How the fuck is your power play ever supposed to get better if you never get to practice it during an actual game? And the Caps, like I said, one of the very best puck possession teams in the entire National Hockey League this season. So that typically leads to calls, right? Like if you have the puck all the time, which the Washington Capitals do, then you typically get more power plays than your opponents because you have the puck all the flipping time. So whatever, I mean, we win the game here tonight anyway, even with the calls going against us. But yeah, something has got to change there, folks. So Draisaitl power play goal makes it 5-4, but then the Caps, they shut it down after that, and eventually they get 2 empty net goals here, both courtesy of Tom Wilson. The first one is his 10th goal of this season already, and the second one is his 11th goal of this season already for the Caps' big power forward. Unbelievable start to the season here by Tom Wilson. And by the way, with the Team Canada general manager and the Team Canada assistant general manager as well, both of them in the building here tonight, presumably to watch Tom Wilson and Logan Thompson perform. And I would say that that went pretty damn well. Tom Wilson here on the ice at the end of a tight game here, as he always is, playing so great defensively as he always does. Big plays in the defensive zone here, and it leads to 2 empty net goals for the Caps' big power forward. So Wilson's 10th of the year makes it 6-4, and his 11th of the year makes it 7-4. The touchdown and the extra point conversion, like I said, the kick is good, right? Beautiful game here by the Washington Capitals. And by the way, on those empty net goals there, Connor McMichael getting another assist, John Carlson as well getting another assist. Just a great all-around team performance here tonight. Caps win, baby, 7-4. And yeah, great team game here all around, like I just said, by the Washington Capitals again here tonight, but individually as well, right? Like I'll just read some of these off. Like Alex Ovechkin, obviously a great goal to get things rolling there in the first period for the Washington Capitals, get them off to a really, really good start at 2-0. That is the 904th goal of his National Hockey League career. Sounds absolutely fucking crazy every time that I say these numbers out loud for him. Surreal, really, ever since he hit 900. 904th goal of Alex Ovechkin's career. A great goal by him there. Like I said, Ryan Leonard, the rookie, 2 goals in this hockey game. He was phenomenal. And in only 12 minutes of ice time, by the way. So yeah, multi-goal game for the kid. Aliaksei Protas back on the board with a goal, obviously. Tom Wilson with the 2 empty net goals at the end that come from great defensive play, right? Like I mentioned, take note, Team Canada, please. I'm Canadian. I want this guy on Team Canada. Boy, do I ever. And yeah, they're up there. They're seeing Ryan Leonard turn Evan Bouchard inside out tonight as well. And Stuart Skinner as well said that he wanted to be on Team Canada. I'm not sure, like, I don't know. I don't know what that guy is drinking or smoking. I don't know why you would make a comment like that when you are Stuart Skinner. Crazy. But yeah, Tom Wilson with another 2 goals here tonight. Connor McMichael, 3 assists. Just an unbelievable game by him. And hasn't he really picked it up recently? Ever since a few games ago, they put him onto a line with Alex Ovechkin, and that seemed to really get Mikey going. And ever since then, he played those couple of games with Ovi, and since then, he's been pretty on fire here. So yeah, another 3 points here tonight for Connor McMichael. Jakob Chychrun, 2 assists. From the back end, another great game by him. He's on pace for almost 70 points this season as a defenseman. Good thing that we signed him to that long-term contract extension already. It would only be getting more expensive here. So yeah, another multi-point game by Jakob Chychrun tonight. And then John Carlson as well on the back end with the 3 assists here tonight. Just a great game by him, matching up against Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl for a lot of the night. And he comes out not only with the 3 points, but a +4 as well for John Carlson. So great game by Johnny C as well. So like I said, a bunch of great individual performances as well. And they all combine here to have a great win, a great team game here by the Caps. Everybody doing their part, right? Like I said, 11 different skaters on the score sheet here tonight. Depth, baby. That is exactly what you want. And yeah, just a great team win, right? Like everybody contributing, like I said. And it feels good, this one. Like I said, after winning that tight contest against the Los Angeles Kings the other night, 2-1 in regulation, like I said. Now tonight you have more of a run and gun game, but you score a lot of goals. It feels good. It's fun. You see the puck going in the net and gives you a lot to feel good about as a Capitals player and certainly as a Capitals fan. So yeah, the Caps playing like a team offensively, defensively, just a great all-around team win. Like I said, the Edmonton Oilers playing like they're just 2 guys offensively, and then a bunch of chickens running around with their heads cut off defensively. What an atrocious performance by them defensively. I see a lot of people blaming a lot on Stuart Skinner. Probably some of it deserved. Definitely some of it deserved. But yeah, it's not like he's got a really great defense in front of him. They are absolutely bleeding chances at 5-on-5 this season, just from really all over the ice. Like, tons of high danger chances coming from everywhere. So they're going to have to clean that up if they want to go anywhere this season. But that is not my problem, right? I'm a Capitals fan, so what the fuck do I care? We win 7-4. All right, babes, that is going to be it for this one. The Caps, they have a quick turnaround here. This is a back-to-back, obviously, so they head to Montreal overnight tonight. That's kind of a nightmare, crossing over the border in the middle of the night. So a long flight up there to Montreal. Hopefully they don't get in too late. I actually saw online earlier today that the weather in Montreal right now is absolute shit. So that should be interesting for them trying to get their plane into Montreal there. Hopefully it goes, as smoothly as possible for them and they don't have to be awake all night. Because yeah, quick turnaround. They have got the second half of the back-to-back tomorrow in Montreal against the Canadiens. This will be obviously a rematch of the first round playoff series from last season, in which the Caps beat the Montreal Canadiens in 5 games, right? By a 4-1 final count there in that first round series of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So big game coming up for the Caps again tomorrow on the second half of this back-to-back. I would expect Charlie Lindgren to play tomorrow night against the Habs, with Logan Thompson having gotten the win here tonight against the Oilers. But yeah, Chucky, obviously he had a fucking phenomenal game in his last start against the Los Angeles Kings. So let's hope that he can continue that, right? Replicate that, or if not replicate it, at least get pretty close to that. Would love to see him get on a little bit of a hot streak here as well and start building his confidence back up as well. And I think that win against the Los Angeles Kings, like I said, should go a long, long way towards that. So, babes, we will see you all tomorrow night after this game against the Montreal Canadiens. We will be back here with your post-game reaction video as always. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it so much. Appreciate you guys spending your time here. Appreciate all of the likes that you guys are throwing these videos, all of the comments as well. I always love reading your guys' comments. I try to answer them as often as I can when I get a spare moment there. So yeah, love reading your guys' comments. Keep your thoughts coming on this game, on all of the games, on the season as a whole so far. Keep your thoughts coming because I do love to read them, like I said. So babes, as always, thank you so much for watching, like I said, and as always, baby, as always, especially after a game like tonight, let's go Caps.